Hello, welcome back to my channel. So I want to talk about Kayla and Martel in this last episode of Love After Lockup because, man, Martel was pissing me off. So we got to see Kayla, and she went out to dinner with Martel's mom. It's been 2 weeks since Martel was dropped off at the halfway house, and Kayla's about to be picking him up for a few days because he'll have a 2-day pass to go to her apartment and hang out. So Kayla was having dinner with Martel's mom, and things started to get really emotional after Martel's mom started shedding tears, thinking of everything she's been through this past 13 years while her son Martel has been in prison. It's been a rough roller coaster ride for her and Kayla both, but they're looking forward for this ride to finally be over with and Martel starting on his new journey as a free man. And Martel's mom apologized to Kayla for everything she's been through because Kayla has lost both of her parents, and you know that has to be hard. I've lost my dad, and that was traumatic and life-changing. I can't even imagine losing both parents at the age that Kayla's at. And Martel's mom told Kayla that she'll always be a mother to her and support her and help her try to help Kayla out as much as she can. And that's when Kayla became really vulnerable and opened up about her parents passing. She said that her dad was her best friend, but he had fallen ill from cancer, and unfortunately he lost his battle about 6 years ago, and that was hard for her. But not only that, she ended up losing her mom last December, and the wounds are still really fresh, and she said it was a whole different process with her mom because she really went through it with her. Her mom got really sick, and Kayla was there helping take care of her during her last days, but her mom was in so much pain. It was really hard for Kayla to bear. She said more than anything, she just wanted to help take some of the pain away, and she wishes she could reverse roles with her mom, but things were completely out of her control, and she ended up losing her mom. And Kayla losing her mom and being there in her last days and watching her mom slowly lose her life and suffer was really hard on Kayla. And I ain't gonna lie, I've watched this episode twice now, and then I ended up crying both times during this scene. Like, my heart really goes out to Kayla. And Kayla revealed that she left all the family she has left behind, mainly her brothers, to move closer to be with Martel in Atlanta. And her brothers have no idea about Martel and that she's dating an inmate. And then Kayla asked Martel's mom if she has anything she needs to worry about with Martel when it comes to females. And Martel's mom said, "No, you don't got nothing to worry about. He always is telling me about how much he loves you. So I think you're fine." And then once Martel's mom got outside of the restaurant and was talking to producers, it was a whole different story. She told the producers that once Martel gets out of the halfway house, he's going to be running into females left and right. And it pretty much is what it is. And you know, if his own mom is saying that stuff, then she obviously doesn't have much faith in Martel being faithful to Kayla, because usually a mom knows her son best. So then Kayla went to go pick up Martel because he got his 2-day pass to leave the halfway house finally. She's all excited, and she brought him over to her apartment in Atlanta and walked in, and she was giving him a tour of the apartment, and right from the freaking jump, Martel was being petty and disrespectful and pointing out the stupidest things, like a little bit of crumbs on the stove that were left over from Kayla making some mashed potatoes the night before. And he's like, "Dang, when was the last time you cleaned the oven? You couldn't clean the oven before I came here?" And she was like pissed, but she tried to brush that off and go along with giving the house to or the apartment to her, you know, because this is his first day over at her place. And then as she's going on to the next room, she showed him where the washer and dryer is, and he's like, "Don't you think you should have did a load of laundry?" And he was going on and on about how she should have folded the clothes, did the laundry. He's a clean person. He's been super clean in prison for the past 13 years, and he's not going to deal with this stuff. And I just think that's super disrespectful. Like, this woman sat here and moved all the way to Atlanta and got this 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment for your butt. And here you are nitpicking every little stupid thing and disrespecting her on national television with all these cameras around. Like, I'm glad Kayla stuck up to him, and she's like, "Well, why don't you grab some soap and water and bust the side and clean it yourself?" He's like, "I just got here." And meanwhile, he don't have a pot to piss in himself, but he's nitpicking every single thing, and he has these like flaming hot Cheetos. He's walking around eating, dropping chips left and right, walking in the bathroom, checking out the bathroom while he's eating chips, going to the bed, eating chips in his outside clothes, talking about how he's Mr. Clean. I think he was just being super petty, and Kayla got really upset, and she's like, you're not about to keep disrespecting me in my place like this after everything I did for you. And she said the real reason why everything isn't perfect is because I was rushing to go get ready and go to sleep so I can come pick you up the next day. And he's talking about how clean it was in prison and this and that. And yeah, I know they do bunk inspection and make sure you keep your little area clean in prison. But I bet $1,000,000 there ain't no way that that prison was cleaner than Kayla's house. Her house was not even that bad. He was just being petty. And I think he was just looking for an excuse to leave to begin with. And that's why he started pointing out all that stupid stuff. Because he only had a 2-day pass to leave anyways. So he probably thought, I want to go see my hoes, or I want to go drink and smoke with my buddies, because the dude looks like he's about 3 blunts in all his confessional interviews. Like, when I first saw him, I was like, man, how's this dude getting high fresh out of prison? Or how is he getting out of prison high like that? Because he could barely keep his eyes open in his confessionals. But then I remembered, oh, wait a minute, they film all these confessionals after the season. They go back and do the whole confessional thing. So this is probably when he's already out of the halfway house and he's straight blunted in all these confessionals. And so he sat there, went outside. He was refusing to hear Kayla out or even try to reason with her whatsoever. And she was really upset and hurt over this. So she ends up going to the room, telling producers that she's not going to put up with this. And he sat there and went to the other room. Then he just went outside and he called one of his homeboys. And he had one of his homeboys come pick him up. And Kayla, she came outside and she was trying to talk to him and just, reason with him. And he's like, oh, well, it's too late. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to do this and do that. Pretty much it's like my way or the highway. You can't keep a clean, perfect house with 0 crumbs, and I'm not going to put up with this. And he had his friend pick him up, and Kayla was so hurt, and she went inside and told her friend everything that went down, how he's disrespecting her, and he left, and she couldn't believe it after she moved all the way to Atlanta for him. And her friend thought it was BS too. And if I was Kayla, man, if he's already acting like this on the first day out and being that petty, it's going to be a long, hard road ahead of you. I would just drop him now while you're ahead. Because after standing beside him for 13 months, man, he should be willing to overlook those little crumbs like that. He obviously didn't really want to be around her. Like I said, I feel like he was just trying to come up with any little excuse to leave. He probably already had it made up and planned in his mind to start a fight to leave before he even got there. But that's it for this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts about everything in the comments below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.